Hey guys, Jared Kinkamoto here. We're going to be doing some Call of Duty Ghosts. So I actually recorded this a few days ago, and usually I wouldn't upload a game like this. This game was honestly kind of mediocre. It wasn't terrible, but it really wasn't good, and nothing I would usually want to upload. But I'm basically uploading this just to say this is the last video Call of Duty Ghosts you'll see on this channel. I'm just really not having fun with this game. I'm really not. And really, the whole reason before I've actually uninstalled this game off my hard drive, the whole reason you hadn't seen a whole lot of Call of Duty Ghost gameplay on my channel before this was mainly just because I was playing Battlefield 4, and I don't want this to turn into a Battlefield vs. Call of Duty thing, because that's not what I'm trying to do here. It's just, I don't know, I just felt more motivated to play Battlefield 4 than I was playing Call of Duty Ghost, and every time I played Call of Duty Ghost, I just was not having fun. And it wasn't because I was doing bad in Ghosts or anything, it was because it was just... I've never liked Infinity Ward Call of Duties, I really haven't. I don't like the style of gameplay they encourage. Now, what do I mean by that? Well, usually Infinity Ward doesn't do anything to try to stop people from just like throwing down an IED and camping in a corner. I get killed by IEDs more than anything else. It is incredibly frustrating. Now, when it comes to Treyarch, I actually like Treyarch Call of Duty games. I'm perfectly fine with this. They usually try to do things to counter the cheap styles of play. I mean, a very good example is what they did with Ghost. If you're not moving in any way whatsoever, you still show up on the radar, so you can't just camp in a corner with Ghost and be a cheap asshole. You have to actually move. And the way they design maps is also a very good example of this. There's usually 2 or 3 different ways to get into every single room, so you can't just camp in a corner, or you can't just camp in a room and snipe and throw down a claymore at the door or something. And the fact that they use claymores instead of IEDs, you cannot see them. They look like a fucking rock. And I know that's the point, but this is a video game. I mean, with a claymore you can usually see them. And I know there are perks to try to counter this, it's just very frustrating to try to play it.
I really have almost nothing to say because I still have yet to touch this game, and I think I'm happy that way.
Well, you're happy you're not playing it than playing it, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, as far as I can tell from your experience playing this, I think that is a pretty solid, solid assessment there.
Yeah, it's just in general, and on top of that I'm a PC gamer, so Infinity Ward doesn't exactly treat us well anyway. Whereas Treyarch, I mean, they don't make fantastic PC releases by any means, but they're definitely better than what Infinity Ward puts out. I mean, at least give me an FOV slider and don't put a cease and desist order on a freaking mod to make your FOV better. I mean, that's just ridiculous.
Although, I have to say, it's very entertaining to see you chuck a magazine into infinity.
Yeah, the animation should look fairly strange, because the FOV standard is 65 degrees. That is horrible. I'm not going to play like that. I can't play with... It's like you're wearing horse blinds. It's just so bad. I have it increased to 90, and it looks like I'm going warp speed. I mean, 90 is a pretty standard FOV. Honestly, in my opinion, 90 is a little bit too small. 90 has kind of been the good FOV standard since, you know, the old Unreal days. And that was back when... it was a completely different aspect ratio. For a 16:9 aspect ratio, personally I think 100 is about perfect, and that's usually what I go with. For Battlefield 4 I have it set at like 105. So 90 still feels almost a little bit too small, but since the animations are all messed up, if I increase it anymore it'll look very strange.
That, I don't know why, just reminded me of that video you showed me with the Quake at 360 degree.
Yeah, someone tweaked with Quake and changed the FOV to 360 degrees. I don't even know how this person was playing like that. I could not tell what the hell was going on.
It's not pretty.
You could literally see the back of your head. I mean, it was amusing enough. But yeah, I'm basically just saying, Call of Duty Ghosts, don't be expecting to see anything more. I never actually tried the co-op modes in this game, and I was fairly interested in them because I'm torn in between when it comes to Call of Duty games, because I really am sick of zombies. I don't find Treyarch zombies to be fun. I don't like zombies. So I wanted something different and new, and I take the word new in vain. You know, I just wanted something different. I didn't want to shoot something that would mindlessly run at me.
You know, if I had this game, I would totally try the co-op with you, but...
Yeah, you don't.
I'm still not going to drop any amount of money beyond free on this game.
Yeah, and I didn't even bother with the campaign, because I've never liked... Actually, I don't like any Call of Duty campaigns. It's just on-a-rail explosions. Even Treyarch doesn't do very good at that. But who really plays... Okay, let me rephrase. I was going to say who really plays Call of Duty for the single player, but I know people that actually do that, and it confuses me. Why?
Hey, I actually don't even remember the stories of Modern Warfare. Never mind. I'll just stop talking.
I remember them being fun, but I don't remember anything more about them.
I remember pulling a knife out of my chest and throwing it in a guy's face.
Cinematic cutscenes. push a button to kill a main enemy. It's like Far Cry 3 all over again. That really was disappointing about Far Cry 3. It legitimately was.
I can agree with you.
They let up so much of the story. It's like, oh, you're gonna kill Voss. It's like the most amusing character in the whole game. You kill him like halfway through the game, and it was really disappointing.
Yeah, it really was.
Anyway, we should probably move on to a question. So, if you want us to answer a question, leave questions down below in the comments. Next time I do a voiceover, I will try to answer them. So, the first question I got quite a while ago, actually, was just, what games have you been playing? I don't record all of the games I play. I do record a vast majority of them, so for the most part, you guys kind of know what games I'm normally playing. But pretty much anything on handhelds.
Fire Emblem.
Yeah, that's pretty much what it is. But anything on handhelds.
Shoving that game down everyone's throat lately.
It's a very good franchise. I mean, if you're going into the tactical role-playing market, that's basically the game you need to be playing. They virtually invented it.
I'm surprised Nintendo hasn't started paying you with how much you've been pushing
that game. Anyone
game.
That's into that genre is going to basically say the same thing. They basically made it.
Hey, there's other games out there that are like it. I keep trying
to say... But it came first.
That's nice and all, but I'm saying, hey, I know you love Fire Emblem, why don't you try Advance Wars? But no, you're like, Fire Emblem did it first and they did it better. Oh, sure, don't give them a try.
Okay, it's definitely difficult to play another game of the same genre when another series has done virtually the same thing but better.
I don't know, maybe it's just me, but I don't really compare other games, I don't compare games to other games unless it's like in the same series. Which is why I absolutely hated Castlevania Lords of Shadow.
Yeah, I don't, that game just felt really uninspiring.
And DMC, Jesus Christ. You know, that game should be called F You the Game.
Yeah, the game, honestly, the last Devil May Cry that I legitimately liked was really the first one. 3 was okay if you're getting the special edition. If you're not, well, fuck you. You're not going to have fun. You're going to die a lot.
And 2 is about as...
That didn't happen.
Yeah. 2 is like the CDI Zelda games.
Yeah, before we run out of time, as I was saying, the games I've been playing a lot of lately, and the reason I haven't really been uploading a whole lot of videos over my gaming account, I have been playing a lot of Fire Emblem, but I've been playing a lot of Fire Emblem games that never made it to America, which this still confuses the hell out of me. So Fire Emblem 12, which was a sequel to... It was the second Fire Emblem game that ever was released. It was a remake of the sequel to the first game that had Marth in it. So Shadow Dragon came out for the DS virtually all around the world. But the sequel to that, the sequel in the remake form, never made it outside of Japan. I don't understand why you would build up a sequel and then not release it outside of... I don't know, it doesn't make any sense what some of the Japanese publishers do, but I've been playing a lot of that. That body just disappeared. Alright. Yeah, I've been playing a lot of that. There's English ROMs you can find that have been patched by fans, and they are legitimately really well done for translation. So if you want to play some Fire Emblem games that you have never been able to play, go ahead and play those Forbidden games and just Google it.
Forbidden games.
That's what they are. It's like, I played Fire Emblem 6 too with Roy in it, and, you know, I kind of was a little bit disappointed by that game, but, you know, it's Roy. That's kind of like your fanboy moment where it's like, okay, I played the hell out of Super Smash Bros. Melee, Roy is there, I need to play this game. Anyway, there's been some, the last video Call of Duty Ghosts in ever. I hope you enjoyed it, because that's all you're getting. Okay, bye.